What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales, back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. It is Saturday morning and today I'm working again. But before I work, 7:28 AM here, I thought I'd do you a quick video. There's so much going on in the minute. We're going to jump straight into a clip with Christine Lagarde in a minute. There's a lot going on with the ECB and the Eurozone, which you've always got to keep an eye on. The Bear warned us a long time ago to keep an eye on the Lagarde and the ECB. The ECB is the European Central Bank, and they are the central bank of the whole Eurozone, which in the EU consists of 20 odd different countries. So it is a large share of the world's money system. Before we go on to that though, this is my handle at Ripples in Wales. Come and give us a follow on here. Thank you for all the people who are liking and commenting in the comment sections of the videos. I will reply to you all later on today in my lunch break from work. But cool, let's jump into this. Let's have a listen to this now. Listen to what Christine Lagarde has to say. And this is was posted both on her page and the ECB page. Let's have a listen. This is all about the digital euro.
The digital euro is on the move. Yesterday, the Governing Council of the ECB approved the opening of the preparation phase. It will be a journey, and we will walk the journey together with the legislator. All European institutions will be involved to make sure that Europe is equipped with the currency of the future. Cash is here to stay. You will have all options, cash and digital cash. So what does it mean for you? For consumers, it would be free and easy to use everywhere in the euro area. All of that, of course, is subject to the legislative process. Cash or digital, the choice will be yours. You euro, your choice.
Kind of gives me the creeps a little bit. Anyway, so what do I take home from that is that there's a change of order going on, isn't there? And the change of money system. Never mind the order side of things. There's an enormous switch to a fully fledged digital system, which the pandemic has ushered in really, really quickly. And you can all see that right wherever you are around the world now. You know, I still hold cash. I still use cash. I kind of like having cash on standby, as I'm sure you all do as well. But you can see that to bootstrap this new world economy, they're going to have to move away from cash because it's the old way. And there is, I was watching DAI's videos yesterday, there is a kind of an Orwellian feel to this. I'm not going to lie. But it is, us humans, we're always very suspect of any change with money. It's hardwired into our consciousness. It's just the way the money changes form, I think, in this grand scheme of things. Anyway, remember, Christine Lagarde is one of the people that BG follows on his channel. So you always got to keep an eye on her. And she's the head of the ECB, former head of IMF. So she pulls some really good strings, if you know what I mean. Strings being the little mannequin in the scenes, maybe. Anyhow, we will move on. There's another video I want to post here by Darren Moore. Listen to this. This is a section of video released by the IMF talking about the bankers. Now, Darren has got an amazing video on the back of this. You should follow it, please. Go and watch it. I watched it yesterday when I was at work. I love his content. It's so well researched. It's so diligent. I absolutely love it. I'm going to play this for you now.
Mortgage markets in New Zealand, Sweden, Canada, Australia, the Netherlands have really been largely spared last time around. Look at the decline in prices there. So I go by this symptom. If it wasn't a problem last time, it's likely to become a problem now. And with that, keep your safety belts on, because trying to land this plane safely is required that you go through rocky air. Thanks for you.
Wow. Now, go and follow his content, his video. If I click on that, it should take you to YouTube, his YouTube channel. I think it's Darren Moore. Let's have a quick look, see where it takes you. You can see here. I'll put a link in the description actually later on, just to let his channel pop up. Hold on, I'll minimize this because we're going to get adverts immediately. Anyway, the point is, he is, what a load of bollocks, adverts. Here we go. Right, we go. Darren Moore Jr., that's the one to watch. I'll put the link in the description for you all. We'll kill that for now because otherwise we're going to kick off. Right, so some of the places, some of the things that we need to watch are some of the pages and some of the associations and businesses. Keep your eyes on these, okay? Digital Pound Foundation, Okay, and you've also got the European Central Bank. Keep a close eye on these sites. They're always the ones posting the information. Why is this important? Come on, Ripples, explain to us. Why is this important? Right, okay. So everything is going to be based around CBDCs and stablecoins. That is going to be the form of money, right? Understand that there is not going to be much precedent for other forms of money on the internet for now in the future. They're going to make sure that they keep their sovereign currencies. They're probably going to be backed by gold in the future. Ross van der Meers told us that before. We're going to have a change in structure of economies, which means that you're going back to some sort of gold standard backed by assets, but that's going to be on the blockchain with cryptographically cryptographic money on the blockchain, which will be in the form of stable coins for a country and the CBDC. So again, why is this important? Okay, let's strip it back. What is Ripple's main use case? It's one CBDCs. Okay, it's payments and CBDCs. Bob Way told you back in the day that one of the most amazing things to look at and to keep your eye on is those 180 odd currencies. Okay, they all need bridging, and to be bridged, they have to become a CBDC or a stablecoin. So all of that money has to migrate onto the blockchain somehow. So when people are fighting this analogy of CBDCs and stablecoins, CBDCs mostly because they're getting the bad vibes from it. I understand that, totally get it. None of us want nation states with any control on our money, or less control of our money. But understand, in order for you all to have the appreciation and utility on the XRPL through its various means, and this particular means that we're talking about is CBDCs, you're going to have to see an enormous uptick in usage of or creation of CBDCs on the ledger, on the private version of the XRPL. And the two main ones to look at, or rather two of the G7 or G20s, are the European Central Bank, the euro, okay, that is in the currency, and the pound. Hence why I told you to keep an eye on. Now, the ECB, or the euro, the pound, and the dollar are three of the big ones, right? And they are enormous currencies. They're stable currencies across the planet, using many forms of transactions that equates into the trillions. And so these are the three currencies to keep your eye on. The rest are in a kind of a subcategory beneath that. But once, Ripple is a part of the Digital Pound Foundation. It's also a part of the Digital Euro Foundation. I think it's the digital. Guys will have to quote me on that. Maybe in the comments, tell me. There is I tried to look for it this morning. I couldn't find the Digital Euro Association. I did have a scan through here and see if I could find the article. It's to do with, it's like this, the Digital Euro. There's been a kind of a pilot study done on this, which is just a pre-study to see how the tokens will work. But of course, this has already been decided a long time ago. Let's not kid ourselves. Anyhow, keep an eye on these two channels. And again, the same thing there. I was just looking at the European Central Bank. Okay, I'm going to nip quickly onto the bearable guy stuff in here in a minute and have a look at a couple of things. The first thing I want to make you aware of is that keep a close eye on his follow list. And the reason I bring you to his follow list is just the things I've been mentioning. We're going to look at some of the institutions and organisations. We've got the Federal Reserve, the IMF, the Bank of England, the European Central Bank, and HM Treasury. I'm not sure if Christine Lagarde is on here. I thought she might be. Let me just have a look. Chris Larsen, BRICS, OPEC, HM Treasury. Oh, he hasn't followed Lagarde. She, they, Jeremy Hogan, John Deaton. Anyhow, so you've got these institutions to keep an eye on here, and he tells you he, they, she, whoever BG is. I keep using the he pronoun, but it doesn't really. I don't know who they are, or maybe I do. It's a joke. The thing to keep note of is that his follow lists are a direct indication of who to keep an eye on in the space. Now, one thing I want to touch upon before we go is 2024. Okay, so these two are the last of 2023's. Lodestar 3 for it's a test, 1 and 2 were given, 3 was a quest. A journey ahead. Who just talked about the word journey? Christine Lagarde. What did she say? It's going to be a journey. A journey ahead. Interesting use of terms. I'm not saying it's a definite, I'm just saying that it's there. Okay, and then you've got Lodestar 3 who talks extensively. If you haven't seen Lodestar 3, it's one of Bearable Guy's 3 major volumes of writing that he released back in the day, and you can access the Lodestar 3s from the top of his description. Just go to Lodestar 3, click it, and have a read. It'll explain to what these pictures are and whatnot, but if you can also see they're referenced in the Bearable Guy library, and that's Lodestar 1, 2, and 3. If you have a high resolution image, you can click on that and have a look in. And the gavel lists, it's a sailing connotation, the gavel rests against the library case and against an opposite Lodestar 3, the final volume in the books. Okay, which is that are released 2 main scenes by BG123, and this is very rare. The Bear doesn't do this, so it means 2024 is going to be a momentous year. And how do I know this is going to be 2024? I can tell by the momentum in the Ripple case and the Ripple news and the speed in which they're kicking off their marketing that this is going to play out next April. We can see, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the IPO and all the rest of it. And we then have this picture here which refers to the dollar, and it's like full teeth out, which means full print by the looks of things. I'm not certain, so in November next year, full print before the elections, which would make a lot of sense, right? We'll go into this in the future. And then by December of next year, we've got, the full castle scene again going on for the second major BG123 scene in the year. 2024 is going to be a very, very special year for XRP. I can sense that in my bones, and I'm sure you can. Which leads me to a point I want to mention before we move on to these next 2 pictures. All of you that are here, I see some really negative comments sometimes to do with any posts I make to the BG stuff, and people thinking that you've got some deranged illness looking at these pictures. And I blocked a couple of people yesterday on the basis that they were just rude, and I thought it's the same in any kind of consciousness aspect that I speak to people at. And I hope this resonates with you all. I'm so grateful that you all have the ability to see what I see in these images and these cryptographic cartoons, because to enable you to be able to see them, you have to have a level of consciousness. You have to be able to see through the veil and see into the matrix. Those who don't have that ability for whatever reason yet, or have not manifested that in this incarnation, they do not, and they won't see what we see. And I'm so grateful that any of you who are listening to these words, whether it's now or in the future, you have that consciousness, okay? I've developed this consciousness over 10 years that I see things that other people don't see, and this is not just my blowing my own trumpet or egoic. You all see it as well, and you can develop it. And it's not just something random. There is a great deal of genius that is woven into these cryptographic cartoons that most people won't see because they haven't spent the 1,000 hours looking at it. And that will sound bizarre to some people. But if you were on the quest and a grail to find the one asset that was going to make a dent in the universe, you'd do your 1,000 hours research, wouldn't you? Whether it's looking at these and all the other information. And believe me, I look at all the information, not just the BG cartoons. I correlate the BG cartoons against the real world occurrences in the space of money and digital assets. And I bounce the two together to give you an idea of what I'm seeing. But to see what you see, you have to have consciousness. And, there's a famous thing that you say, the eyes, you won't see it if you're blind. You might have eyes, but you're blind to see these things. There is I can't remember how the term goes again. It's evaded me. It's too early in the morning. But the point is, you all see these things, and it's amazing that you can see it. And I'm grateful that I've got an amazing community around me that does see it. Anyway, quickly, moving on to these. Right, these are the 2 scenes that play out in 2024, in my opinion. You've got this sailing away scene, the ship scene, as you call it, and you've got a castle scene. And they occur probably into a crazy background of a situation on the planet, okay? It isn't going to be pretty, so don't think it's all going to be roses and things going in the favour. This new world of money system is born out of strife, okay? You can see it with the storm on the other side, but 2024 is going to be a momentous year, a massive, massive year. You can see in 2024 the dollar is printed enormous, hence the yellow sail. We're going to start doing decodes on this for you all in the next couple of weeks probably. And we're going to move on to this. I'm going to start breaking these down for you. It's time, I think, to start going into these so that you've got an idea of what's to come over the next 12 months. But for now, we'll leave it there. It's exciting times. The digital euro is changing. The pounds, I dare say, is going to be hot on its heels. And lastly, I wanted to bring into, just to close this off, is this ISO 2002. We mustn't forget that the go live for all of these is done by the end of 2023. Everything is on a fully fledged ISO by the end of 2023. 2024 and 2025 marks the same kind of positions as what BG has been saying to you, okay? That the utility is going to be ramped up through the likes of cross-border payments to begin with. It's all going to begin with payments, and then it's going to migrate to CDBCs. And what is Ripple focused on? CDBCs and payments. Okay, and that is the utility, the volume through these ledgers. And they're going to crank the price up of XRP to be able to accommodate these extra value in transactions. It's done to a very scripted way, in my humble opinion. Okay, anyhow, please give this video a like and subscribe. I hope this has kind of added value to you all. I'll try and do another video tonight. There's a lot going on in the space. I'm off to work now. I've got to get ready, gonna have a coffee. Hope you all have a good day. If you're all out playing in the wild, let me know what you're up to. I'm about to head down to the water and do some work now. I'll speak to you all this evening. Hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next video. Be blessed.